Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your Northeast Streaming Sports Zodiac Global TV Sports Update. I'm Mac from the Sports Corner with your Northeast Streaming Sports Zodiac TV Global Sports Update. And guys, of course, the weekend is gone. It's Monday morning, and we're here at the Sports Center. I'm going to get you updated on all the sports that have happened lately, especially over the weekend. This is our last week in April. Two big events that'll be coming up this week on both networks. On 29 April, we've got our big NFL draft, where we'll be having our NFL draft show from 6 p.m. all the way through the end of the first round on Northeast Streaming Sports. A lot of show hosts, journalists, former players will be having live reports from the draft room. And Zodiac Global TV has their big launch, 30 April, huge party. Dr. Epps, the disc jockey, will be on there, and they'll be going all night there celebrating their big launch over at Zodiac. So in sports, in the NBA, in the East, the Nets are in first. The 76ers are a game and a half back, followed by the Bucks, Knicks, and Hawks, who are tied at fourth. Celtics are in fifth or sixth place. The Nets beat the Suns 128-119 last night. The Hawks beat the Bucks 111-104. In the West, Utah is still in first. They have clinched a playoff spot. So they're in. The Suns, the Clippers are tied for second. The Nuggets in fourth. The Lakers in fifth, with the Mavs in sixth at 33-26. The Magic guard, Devin Kennedy, was taken off the court with a severely injured leg. He was taken off in a gurney. It will require surgery. So the playoffs are starting 22 May, guys. So it's coming up soon, and get ready for some great action there. In the NHL, in the Central, the top four, the Hurricanes, Panthers, Tampa Bay, and Predators are finishing up their season. You have in the East, Pittsburgh in first, followed by Washington, the New York Islanders, and Boston. In the Northern Division right now, Toronto is in first. The Jets and Oilers and Montreal follow them. And in the West, the Knights are kind of running away with the division followed by the Avalanche, the Wild, and the Coyotes. Chicago defenseman Riley Stillman has agreed to a 3-year extension at $1.35 million. The contracts are a lot different in the NHL than they are in the MLB, that's for sure. The games are starting to get, playoff atmosphere right now. All the teams are going at it. They're jockeying for positions 1 through 4. And the last game in the NHL is scheduled for 19 May. No official date set for the playoffs yet, but as I said, the games are getting a lot more intense right now. In Major League Baseball, the division leaders as of this morning, the Red Sox are still in first in the American League East. In the Central, the Kansas City Royals, playing really good ball, are in first there. And Oakland finally lost the game, but they're still in first place. In the National League East, the Mets are in first. In the Central, Milwaukee, and in the West, the Dodgers are in first, even though San Diego has pretty much taken it to them this year so far. And as I said before, San Francisco Giants are surprising everybody, being in second. But I still think San Diego and the Los Angeles Dodgers will be battling out for first place over there in the National League West. In boxing, we got some upcoming fights. WBO featherweight champ Emmanuel Navarrete will defend his belt versus Christopher Diaz. That will be on ESPN April 24th. You'll have Mariga versus Garcia, 30 April on Fight TV. That's FITE. Andy Ruiz will be going up against Chris Arello 1 May on Fox and on Fight TV. So we got some really big boxing matches coming up. And, of course, we'll be waiting for the heavyweights and the light heavyweights to start gearing up to feature some big fights out there. Hopefully Fury gets a chance to fight here soon in the big matchup there. NFL, of course, is all about the draft, right? The teams are still, seeing whether they should move up, move down. We pretty much know Trevor Lawrence is going to the Jaguars. The Jets, we're still not too sure of. Everything is pointing to Wilson to be the number 2 pick. The 49ers are still kind of undecided. The Patriots may think about moving up into either the Falcons spot or maybe some other spot where they might be able to get a quarterback. And some teams will be moving down. They don't need quarterbacks or high-profile athletes, so they may move down a little bit and get their money's worth from their draft picks. Of course, as I said, we'll be having our big draft show the 29th on Northeast Streaming Sports. We'll be on the YouTube channel. We'll be on our Facebook page, carried live on a bunch of shows. So be sure to tune in for us on that date. And as I said, also, Zodiac will be having a huge launch, a big party featuring Dr. Epps and a lot of music and a lot of information there. We'll be carrying that live on Northeast Streaming Sports, also with our partnership with Zodiac. So both of us kind of working together, helping each other out there to grow. So, guys, that's pretty much it for your sports update. Anything that you can think of will be happening very soon. And the NFL has a way of staying in the headlines, right? The way they work it is pretty cool if you think about it. You have the regular season, you have the Super Bowl, and then in February, by April, they've already had their free agency where they're signing players and building their teams through free agency. So it stays in the news there. Then they have their draft right behind that. And the biggest show in sports as far as draft goes, the NBA's draft is okay. Major League Baseball, of course, they all go into the minor league. So it's not a huge event. And in hockey, they have the same thing. They have their minor leagues and they get drafted and they go into the minor league. So it's normally a while before you see these players play. So the NFL, the NBA, normally the players that are drafted are thrown right into the mix. They make the teams and they're normally playing at least by the first or second year. Where Major League Baseball and the NHL, it normally takes them a few years to get up and start playing professionally. So like I was saying, the NFL has it figured out, though, right? I mean, you got the Super Bowl, you got the free agency, you got the draft, and then right into preseason so that you're watching the players that they drafted play. And then the regular season rolls around, and you're right back into the mix of the playoffs again. So the NFL has it figured out. They do a great job, and it should be teaching these other sports how to do it right, to make events out of everything. They don't do that. So that's pretty much it for the sports update. Hopefully you'll be tuning into Northeast Streaming Sports and Zodiac. You can go like and share both networks and subscribe over on YouTube for the Northeast Streaming Sports. And we'll keep you up to date. 15 shows over Northeast Streaming Sports. You can't beat the sports there, and you can't beat the video of Zodiac. Northeast Streaming Sport is your personal sports network where we take in comments. Some shows have phone calls. You can ask questions of the hosts, share information with them, and even ask questions of the great guests we got over there. Zodiac TV Global is a network for a new generation. So check out their musical videos at night. Of course, they'll be getting more shows as they grow over there too. So that's your sports update from Northeast Streaming Sports and Zodiac. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.